Hey y'all, it's Lynette, aka the Tax Lady. I just want to get on here real quick, and I just want to discuss this $30,000 tax refund everybody's hollering about. I had so many calls, people calling me about, Miss Shaw, I need this money. I want to do my taxes to get this $30,000. I'm like, what? What $30,000? Now, I stay up on my tax law. I do my annual courses every year, and I've never seen this $30,000 tax credit. So I'm looking on the IRS website. I'm researching. I reached out to a few people. Nobody heard of this $30,000 credit. So I get a call again today, and they're like, Miss Shaw, I'm telling you, this man, he's legit. He got these videos and he's getting people money, and I'm trying to get this credit. So I said, well, where you getting this information from? And he was like, oh, TikTok. And I'm like, okay. So I said, let me go on TikTok. So I go in there and I put in the $30,000, tax refund, and several videos popped up. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I started going through the videos, listening to the videos and seeing what was going on. Then I'm like, oh, okay, this is what we doing this year? Okay. So I just decided I want to get on here because, sometimes the people that look like me, we fall short sometimes and we see the fluff. You see that $30,000 and then you on it and not knowing the real deal. So I'm going to get on here and I'm going to explain it. I'm not going to go into full detail, but I'll just give a little basics of what's going on, okay? Now, there is a tax credit, a ERC credit, which is employee retention credit. That's a legitimate credit you can get. You can get up to $26,000. Okay, you get $26,000 for your business. But the thing is, you have to have employees and you have to pay your employment taxes. So if you had employees and you paid wages, okay, you paid W-2 wages from March 13th, 2020 through September 30th, 2021, then you're eligible to claim this $26,000 credit. Okay, and that's a business who paid employees. And when you pay employees, the W-2s, you have to file the employment taxes. So you see how you have your federal withholdings and your state withholdings and the FICA and all this stuff come out the check. Your employer pays that through the employment taxes. So they have a state account, they have a federal account. That's how they pay their employment taxes, through those accounts, okay? And that's how, they file their 941 quarterly taxes. Okay. Now, if you do that, most likely your business is eligible for this credit. If you don't do that, I'm not talking about, I got an LLC and I paid little Mookie and them with 1099. No, then you're not eligible for this credit. Okay. It'd be nice if we all can get the credit, but yeah, there are stipulations for this credit. Okay. And now people also are getting $30,000, $20,000 out of credit because they filed in Schedule C and they're claiming the what is the paid family sick and medical leave. Okay, and that's a legitimate credit. But if you're not a business that's making at least 100 grand, because you'll need at least to make 100 grand, that's at least to get about 20 grand back. So if your business is not making that kind of money, then you're not eligible for that credit. Okay, so people are getting $30,000, but they're claiming $200,000 or more to even get this $30,000. Okay, which is fraudulent if you're not making that money. Okay, now let me tell you, I've seen it on the back end. Now I used to work for the Internal Revenue Service for quite some time, okay, and I see how it works. Yes, can you manipulate the system, put stuff on there? Yes, it come and can refunds go out? Yes, IRS will send you a refund. But let me tell you, if you got that money and it was fraudulent, trust and believe the IRS is coming for that ass. Okay, you might not get nothing this year, but next year or the year after, oh yeah, you gonna get that letter in the mail, and that $30,000 will easily turn into about 50 to 60 grand because they're going to tack on the interest, the penalty, civil penalty, and they're going to backdate it all the way to the due date of that return. So trust and believe they're going to get you. And you got to look at it. Is it really worth it? your social security number is attached to it. So if you ain't trying to pay them, they can levy your wages, they can garnish your social security checks, they can garnish they could put your bank accounts, they can put liens on your house. You be like, is this really worth it? Be on them for the next 20 years or more? No. Okay. It's just not worth it. And then you have some people that I know who applied, and I heard they applied for this credit. I'm like, really? And if you and they're on public housing, and what's going to happen is when they go for their renewal of their lease or their for their annual lease, how they do? It's going to come up, and they're going to say, oh, well, you made $100,000 for tax year 2022. So what's going to happen is that you're going to kick you off that program, or they're going to backdate and you're going to owe them money, and you're going to pay the regular rate of your housing. So you got to look at it. Is this really worth it? I know the people that look like me, they get caught up in the hype, and these people are doing it. And to me, it's not worth it. Okay. So you just gotta be mindful of who you allow to do your taxes. Just be mindful. If it sounds too good to be true, then more than likely it's too good to be true. Okay. You heard it from me, the tax lady. I keep it real deal going. I don't sugarcoat it. If it's fraudulent, I'm going to tell you, hey, that's fraudulent. Okay. So you have any questions, just reach out to your girl, aka the tax lady. Peace.